Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the characteristics of S and C profiles. In the last classes we have discussed the characteristics of M1, M2 and M3 profiles. Okay. So today we will see about the S and C profiles. S profiles means profiles on steep slope and C means profiles on critical slope. Now the formulas that we use to study the characteristics, I will just quickly write them. So dynamic equation of GVF was the dy by dx is equal to SB minus SF upon 1 minus q square T by G AQ. Okay, this was the dynamic equation of GVF that we derived. So this equation governs the gradually varied flow profiles. Now we simplified this equation to study the characteristics of the profiles. Using Manning's equation, we simplified it in this form, that is dy by dx is equal to SB 1 minus SF minus SB, that we converted into yn by y to the power 10 by 3 upon 1 minus yc by y to the power 3. Okay, this we derived or simplified this equation for a wide rectangular channel. We considered that the channel is a wide rectangular channel. We changed this equation, form of this equation into this. Okay, but here we have used the Manning's equation. But if we use the Chase's equation, we can further simplify this equation as dy by dx is equal to SB 1 minus yn by y cube upon 1 minus yc by y whole cube. So we can change the dynamic equation of GVF into this form if we consider a wide rectangular channel and apply the Chase's formula. Okay. Now for studying the characteristics of these profiles, we are going to use this equation. We will rely on these equations. Okay. So let's see. Now let's look at the S profiles first. So S profiles means, so I will draw a channel. Suppose let's draw this slope. Okay. Now S profile. Now the S profiles are, there are three S profiles we have seen last time: S1, S2 and S3. How they are formed? See, if you have a steep slope, so SB greater than SC. If your slope is steeper, greater than the critical slope, okay, then you are going to get a steep channel. Okay, type of channel will be a steep channel, and on a steep channel, your normal depth line is below the critical depth line. So this is your normal depth line, and critical depth line is above this line. Okay, so this is your critical depth line. So YC is this much, YN is this much. I will just draw YN, and YC is this much. Okay. So now on this steep channel, we saw that how many profiles are possible. See, if gradually varied flow is taking place in this zone above the CDL, okay, then that profile will be, this is zone number 1. Okay, so profile will be S1. If the GVF is forming in between CDL and NDL, you will have a S2, because this is zone number 2. So profile name will be S2, and above the channel bed below NDL, whatever profile will be formed, GVF, that will be called as S3 profile, because this is the zone number 3. So all three profiles are possible on a steep slope. So one by one we will see the characteristics of S1, S2 and S3 profiles. Okay, so let's first see the S1 profile. Okay, let's study the S1 profile first. Okay, now for S1 profile, flow will be somewhere here. Okay, so flow depth will be Y. Now when GVF profile S1 is being formed, or S1 is taking place, what is the condition? Y is greater than Yn and Y is greater than Yc both. You can see the flow depth is greater than critical depth also and normal depth also. Fine. So now what happens to the slope of the profile dy by dx? What happens to that? Therefore Now dy by dx is what? It is SB 1 minus yn by y whole cube upon 1 minus yc by y whole cube. Okay. So we will consider this formula. So once this is this slope formula you have written, now what you can do? Look at the depth for S1 profile. So what happens? SB is a positive number here. It is positive because the slope value is always positive. Now 1 minus what happens to this yn by y? Let's see here. Yn by y. Yn is less than y. Okay. So this number will be yn by y will be greater than less than 1. Okay. So cube of that number will be again less than 1 because yn is less than y. Okay. So this is a positive number, this is positive but less than 1. So 1 minus something less than 1 is a positive number. Okay. Again in the numerator what we can see, denominator yc by y. Now yc is again less than y. Okay. So this number will be again less than 1. So cube of this number will be again less than 1. So 1 minus this number will be a positive number. So entire dy by dx becomes positive. Okay. So what we can write? The first information that we get is, first characteristics is the S1 is a rising profile. So it is a rising profile. Now so this will be rising. Okay. Y should increase along the x. Okay. Now S1 is rising profile. What happens at the upstream? At the far upstream, Y tends to, when we go towards the upstream, what will happen? A point will come when Y will come exactly equal to YC. Okay. Then what will happen to dy by dx? Look. If you see here, what will happen to your dy by dx? SB is positive, so it's a positive number. Again, now see, this will be some number, whatever positive. Okay. But here what happens? 1 minus yc by y. Now y tends to yc means this number is equal to 1. So this becomes 0. So anything divided by 0 is infinity. Okay. So at the upstream the slope becomes infinite. That means we have seen that practically it means that the depth is changing very rapidly with a small change in x. So this will intersect normally. Okay. So it seems, so we write it in this form. So S1 is normal to the CDL at upstream. Okay. So this is the first characteristics. The second characteristic, that S1 is normal to the critical depth line. Okay. Now in the downstream what happens? At downstream the flow depth is governed by the any obstruction. Suppose you have placed any obstruction here. Okay. So downstream depth will be the Y of control section. So whatever depth, whatever control section we have placed here, it will govern the flow depth here. Okay. So this will be the characteristic of a S1 profile. Okay, this is your S1 profile. It will look like this. The length of the profile is short because it is not asymptotic. Okay, dy by dx is not 0, it is infinity. So this length of the profile is very short. Where it can be formed? You see, suppose there is a steep channel and flow is coming. Flow will occur at a normal depth. Okay. Now suppose flow is taking place like this. Okay, and then you place an obstruction whose control depth of control section is above the CDL in the, that means in the zone 1. What will happen? A S1 profile will be formed and there can be a formation of hydraulic jump here. Okay, because flow has to change from supercritical to subcritical, so there are chances of formation of a hydraulic jump like that. Okay, so this is all about the S1 profile. Now we'll look at the S2 profile. S2 profile. So S2 profile will be now formed in the zone 2 on a steep slope. So let's draw the channel first. So this is a steep channel. Again, your SB greater than SC. The slope, bed slope greater than critical slope. Again draw the normal depth line. Again draw the critical depth line. Okay, so this is your yn and this is your yc, but S2 profile will be formed in which flow zone? In the zone 2. So here somewhere S2 profile is going to occur. Okay, here somewhere. Okay, so let's say flow is here somewhere. Okay, I don't know if it is falling or rising, that we'll find out, but we surely know that the flow depth, what do we surely know? Flow depth is greater than yn and flow depth is less than yc. Okay, flow depth is greater than critical depth, but flow depth is greater than normal depth. Okay, this we surely know. Now because of that, what happens to your dy by dx? Look at this equation and try to think what will happen. SB is a positive number, so this is a positive number upon, what will happen to this ratio? 1 minus yn by y. So 1 minus, what will happen to yn by y? Okay, yn by y. Yn is less, y is more, so yn divided by y will be less than 1. Okay, this number will be less than 1, so cube of this number will be less than 1. 1 minus something less than 1 is positive, so this again will be positive. And what will happen here? In the denominator, 1 minus yc by y cube. Now yc is greater than y. Okay, yc is greater than y, so this number is more than 1, cube of this number is again more than 1. So 1 minus something more than 1 is a negative number, so this entire dy by dx value will be a negative number. Okay, so it means that, what is the meaning? That first inference is S2 is a falling profile. Falling profile. Falling or drawdown profile. Okay, so this is the first inference. Okay, it is falling. Okay, fine. Now what will happen, how it will behave at the upstream and how it will behave at the downstream, that we will see. First let's look at the downstream. At downstream, or let's say upstream first. At upstream, there will be a point when you go at far upstream, your y will become equal to yc. Okay, yc. So what will happen to your dy by dx? See, it will be y tends to yc, means we have seen when y tends to yc, dy by dx becomes infinity. Okay, because numerator or denominator becomes 0. Okay, anything divided by 0 is infinity, so dy by dx becomes infinity. Therefore, so it means that S2 is normal to critical depth line at upstream. Okay, this is the first criteria. So it will behave like this. Okay. And what will happen at the upstream? See, this is normal. What will happen at the upstream? At upstream, sorry, at downstream, y tends to yn. Okay. Flow depth will be almost equal to the normal depth. So your dy by dx becomes, see, dy by dx becomes 1 minus yn by y, but y is equal to yc. So 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So dy by dx is 0. It means that the slope of this line is changing very, very slowly. So y is almost constant, almost like the normal flow, normal depth. Okay. So it is asymptotic to the normal depth line. It will behave like this. So at downstream, S2 is asymptotic. It is called as asymptotic to NDL. Okay. Now where this will be formed? This is one question. Okay. How this profile will be formed in the field? Okay, so suppose in the field you have a suppose a I will draw it here. So you have a reservoir here and water is here. Okay, and from this reservoir, this is the reservoir level, suppose. Okay, and reservoir is giving water or letting out water into a steep channel. Okay, so water coming out from a reservoir into a steep channel. What happens in that case? This is your normal depth line. Okay, and this is your critical depth line. Okay. So here what happens, this is your reservoir level, suppose. Okay, so control section becomes somewhere here. Okay, and water comes out like this. Okay, so this becomes somewhere a control section at the upstream. So this is your S2 profile. This is a steep channel and this is a reservoir. So here you can get a S2 profile. Okay. Now what about the S3 profile? Okay. We'll see now the S3 profile. Okay. Now it is quite obvious that S3 profile will be formed in the zone 3 of on a steep slope. So draw that. Let's draw a steep channel. And again draw a normal depth line. And draw a critical depth line. Okay, and which is the zone 3? S3 will be found somewhere here. Okay, this is your Yn, this is your Yc. Okay, but your Y flow depth will be here, somewhere here. Okay, Y will lie in the third zone because this is zone 3, above channel bed, below first line. Whatever this is the first line, first is NDL, so below that it is the S3 profile. Okay, now what we know, Y is less than Yc and Y is less than Yn. This we are knowing, okay, for sure. So your dy by dx value will becomes, dy by dx is what? See, I'll write the formula again. SB 1 minus Yn by Y cube upon 1 minus Yc by Y cube. What happens to this ratio? SB is a positive number, 1 minus Yn by Y. Okay, now Yn by Y. Yn is greater by Y is less. Yn is more than Yn. So this ratio is more than 1. Okay. So more than 1 and cube of that number, it is again more than 1. So your 1 minus something more than 1 becomes a negative number. Okay. Similarly in the denominator, if you see Yc, so Yc is greater, Y is less. Okay. So again this ratio is more than 1. This ratio is more than 1. Cube of that number is again more than 1. And 1 minus something more than 1 is a negative number. Okay. So this is negative. So this becomes negative by negative becomes a positive value. Okay. So your dy by dx is a positive number. So therefore what we can say, S3 is a rising profile. S3 is a rising profile. So it will rise like this. Okay. Okay. So it will go on increasing. Now what happens to the at the upstream and downstream? So let's see what happens at the downstream. Sorry, let's start from the upstream. Now at upstream, Y will touch this channel bed. If you go theoretically, if you go at the upstream, see Y is going to decrease. Okay, so Y tends to 0, but dy by dx becomes, at that point dy by dx becomes, see Y tends to 0, so this is 0 divided by 0, so it is undefined. This is not defined. Okay, so dy by dx is not defined, so this is not practically possible. What happens in practice is, at the upstream, flow depth will be governed by some control section. Okay, so you will have some let us say a sluice gate. Okay, it is open like this. Okay, and flow is taking place through this sluice gate. Okay, so flow will be governed by some control section at the upstream. Okay, fine, because it is a supercritical flow itself. Less than critical depth means it is in the supercritical zone. Okay, now what happens in the downstream? At the downstream, Y tends to Yn. Okay, and Y tends to Yn, so dy by dx becomes 0. Okay, see why? Because Yn equal to Y, so this is 1. The ratio is almost equal to 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0. So dy by dx is 0. So that means how the profile will behave? It will behave like this. Okay. Okay. So at downstream, S3 is asymptotic to NDL. Okay, asymptotic to NDL. So this will be the characteristics of the profile. Okay. Now this is all about the S1, S2 and S3 profiles. Now we are going to see the C profiles or critical depth profiles on a critical slope. Okay.